What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, and today we're going to have another art talk, and that's been a while since we had one of these, right? But today's art talk subject is I'm gonna call it art jacking. Give artists their credit, okay? And I named it this because like a couple hours ago, I'm on Twitter, right? And I see one of the artists that I follow. That's a very, very good artist. He had some of his work stolen. By stolen, I mean there was a drawing he posted. He posted of his own work, his own original work. He posted it, on his site, and he put a caption under there, talking about the drawing. Someone, don't really know who this person is, but someone took his drawing and just did a blatant copy of it, just a blatant flat out copy of it. Now, the problem really comes, and a lot of artists feel the same way, is that when this person copied the artist's drawing, the original artist's drawing, he didn't give any credit to the original artist. Nowhere in the person's caption does it say where this person got the drawing from. Doesn't say that. He has the artist took the person took the artist's drawing, and he even took the artist's caption that he put under the drawing, and he didn't give the original artist any credit. And it was very upsetting. Now the original artist, he said he was used to it. He's used to people stealing his art and not giving him credit, even though it's annoying. He's used to it. But many artists that saw this, like myself, were highly upset about this. Highly upset. And I'll explain why I'm upset. I'm upset because I also put this. I wrote this under the caption. I'm upset because as an artist, we know how much effort, energy, literal blood, sweat, and tears go into your craft. We know this. Like, dancers know the amount of work that other dancers put into their dance. Actors know the amount of work that goes into the craft. So when they see other actors, they know they know the struggle. The same thing goes for artists such as myself. When I see someone, I don't care how good. I don't care if their art is not as good or their art is immaculate. As an artist, I know the amount of time it goes into the art, the dedication, the amount of days it go, without sleep. There's a lot of sleepless days. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. There's a lot of frustration that goes into it because you have an idea in your head that just don't come out right. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears just to become halfway decent. There's so much that goes into art just to become halfway decent. Okay? There's a lot that goes into it. And for someone to literally take it upon themselves to take someone else's work and not give that artist first of all, it's wrong to take someone else's work. That's wrong in of itself. What's even worse is you're taking someone else's work and not giving them credit. Like, if I were to show you the original artist drawing and I were to show you the actual copy, it's a blatant ripoff. Like, not it's not the person didn't even try to be original. And I'm not talking about like the technique that the artist used. No, because the techniques are, we all have the same technique basically. I'm talking about like the image, the actual image was ripped off the same images, because the original artist drawing did an original drawing of a particular character. So only the artist will have the original drawing, that particular style. Because all artists have their own individual style. No matter how many artists there are, all artists have an individual style that is unique to their own, to their own skills, that makes them identifiable amongst other artists. Other artists know a style. Like we all know a Picasso style, a Matisse style, a Van Gogh style. We all know the style. We all know Alex Ross style, a Basquiat. These are very distinctive styles. Okay, that's been worked on for years. So this the original artist style is very unique. If you were to look up the original artist style, it is very unique. That is identifiable like immediately by other artists, that this is the artist that did this piece. There's no mistake about it. So the person who took that particular piece did a it was blatantly, blatantly stolen. It was a complete ripoff. Like not even the other artist didn't even bother to. The other person didn't even bother to try and be original with the subject matter. It was a blatant ripoff of the original artist, and I was upset about that. Because here's another reason why I'm upset about what they're not giving credit. Here's the thing. There's an expression that goes, an artist doesn't become famous until they're dead. I've heard this many years. And the main reason why artists look for their credit is because, one, the piece of art that is made is unique to that artist. Two, there are a lot of people who make money off of someone else's work. Okay? Three, overall, artists, there aren't many artists living in mansions and big penthouses from their art. So with that credit, your name travels. And when your name travels for your work, you can be properly compensated for your skill set. But if someone steals your work and markets it as their own, and they benefit from your hard work, then it's like the music industry. Way back when, had people like, Little Richard and all people, where they would make music, it would be the original artist, but it would be stolen by a record label or by an artist, and then that artist who stole it would become famous, but the original artist would get no credit and they would die broke. So many musicians had to fight for their rights to own their music, because too many times the record label or a much famous artist would take that music, play that music, what they call cover bands or cover songs, all that stuff, steal that music sometimes, play it, then they would become famous. Like Elvis Presley did it. Pat Boone did it. Yeah, I'm saying it. A lot of their songs were taken from other artists who were less known at that time. And then they would take it, sing it, put it on their record. They would become famous, but the original artist would get next to nothing. They wouldn't own the rights to their music, none of that. So for an artist, what's more important than money is credit for your work. Like, even if you don't get paid for the work, what artists really want is to get their proper credit for the work. Now, you pay still. But what we also want is to be properly recognized for our skills, because it takes a lot of effort, a lot of energy, a lot of time into making art. There's literal blood, sweat, and tears that go into this. There's many sleepless nights that go into this. There are many years where you can get teased for drawing and say, "Oh, this is ugly. You won't make," like many artists, myself included, have been teased because of our pursuit of art. Where we get ridiculed, we get laughed at, mocked, you know, saying, "Huh, what can you do? What can you do with this? Can you make a living off of this?" And all we want is for our proper recognition and to be compensated properly for our work. Because despite all of the persecution that we may endure for our art, we still pursue it. So to have someone take without permission and not give credit what we as artists have dedicated our lives, our actual lives to, we have suffered. We've suffered persecution. We've been mocked. To have people steal from us, to steal from artists after all we have endured to get to this level of appreciation and get to a level where people actually want to pay you for your work. To go through all of that just to have someone steal it, it's totally unacceptable. So, for all people out there who aren't artists, who may not understand where I'm coming from, just understand this. The one thing you don't want to take away from an artist is their credit. And if you're going to take their work, first of all, if you're going to do it, notify the artist and ask permission. Get permission from the artist, asking them if you can use their work. That's the least you can do. The least you can do is ask the artist for permission to use their work. If you say, "Hey, I would like to, is it okay if I use this for a t-shirt? Is it okay if I use this for the design or something, or a billboard or something? Is it okay if I use this if I redraw this?" Like something. Some type of respect for the artist, for the craft. That's not too hard to ask. Also, if you're going to use the artist's work and you get permission, another thing you can do is compensate them, give them credit, pay them. Say, "Hey, I would like to use your design or your art for such and such. I would like to pay you for this. I like your work. I really do. I'm a fan. So the least I could do is say, hey, I want to use your work and I'm willing to pay you for it." Or partner with the artist and say, "Hey, I would like to hire you to be the designer for some projects." I mean, play this. People say, "Oh, anybody." No, anybody can't do what we do. No, that's no. Everybody can't do what we do because everybody is not willing to put in the amount of time that we put in for this. Everybody's not willing to put in the years that we put in. Everybody's not willing to stay up all night to do this. Everybody's not willing to deal with the ridicule that we have endured for this. Everybody's not willing to bleed for this, to have aching hands and joints all sore and carpal tunnel and sore fingers and all that stuff, and like can barely stay awake. Everybody's not willing to do that. So everybody can't do what we do because everybody's not willing to go through what we go through for this. So the least you can do is compensate the artist properly for their work. That's the least you can do. To steal someone's work is not cool. Not cool at all. That can't happen. So I just want to share that with y'all. Let me know what you all think. Leave a comment. Comment down below. Let me know what you all think. And I will catch you all later. Peace.